Welcome back to another edition of the Course Creation Incubator Podcast. I'm your host, Gina Onativia, absolutely thrilled to be celebrating this 100th episode with you. And first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging in there with me over the last few years. I can't tell you how grateful I am, and I'm not really a soft and mushy kind of girl. And even though as a mom, I tend to cry about soft and mushy things more often than I'd like to admit, I'm so appreciative that you have been sticking with me through the rants, through the workshops, through the guest interviews, and hopefully taking a little bit of the advice that you've been hearing over the last 99 episodes and taking action. And I hope I've served you for the better. And today I wanted to, one, celebrate, and two, have a little bit of a party here. And three, talk about some of the pieces that I've learned. And not just me, I wanted to bring in my core team, Becky, my online business manager, and Ivy, my tech manager. And I asked for their opinion about this as well. I wanted their feedback because they've been along for the ride also. And if you've been listening to the podcast, you know when it first started, it was a limited series tied to a promotion. I thought I was going to do 5 episodes, and thanks to some of you listening saying, hey, can you keep this going, lady? This is some good stuff. And I did, and here we are. Back to today and talking through some of the ahas that Becky, Ivy, and I have learned putting together this podcast and serving many of you with our 6-week Accelerator and our different coaching programs. And these are ahas that we've certainly made over the last 2 years. For me, 2+ years, 8 years that I've been in the course creation business. By the way, in honor of this 100th episode, it's sponsored by my 6-week Course Accelerator, which is an on-demand version of the live program that I've been talking about as part of this podcast, where I help you get your course done in 6 weeks, ready to go out to market, ready for sale. I'm taking waitlisters for my founding launch right now, and you'll still get the coaching from me. If you're interested in getting your course done in 6 weeks with some coaching from me, a streamlined process, and a process that holds you accountable because you're still putting in your homework from week to week, sign up for the waitlist. I'll have that inside of the show notes. Let's get to those ahas. Number 1, yes, courses still work. I want to call out the elephant in the room first and foremost because I was talking to some potential course creation clients who are maybe not completely sold on the course idea. They know that need that paid offer, and they're saying to me, well, do they still work? Is it still a viable option for my business? And the answer is yes. Is the market more saturated? Absolutely. Which just means we need to be on our game even more. And you are up for the task. You've got to make sure you know your market, your audience, and what they really want. And I'll link to that podcast I did way back in the beginning about knowing your audience and how regular avatar systems or exercises don't really work and what to do instead. Now, really honing in on who your audience is and what they're willing to buy is more important than ever. And also knowing the ways to connect with them and taking the time to nurture them to the sale has never been more important. So if you know your audience, you know how to nurture them, you know the way to their hearts and to their minds, yes, online courses are still a really freaking great way to build your business and generate income for you. So that's number 1. I wouldn't be on this podcast, by the way, week to week if I didn't believe in online courses. I wouldn't be building a 6-week accelerator if I didn't believe that my students were going to get results. And I think the day that my students stop getting results is the day I stop putting out this podcast. Okay, so that's number 1. Here's our second aha. Courses still work, still an awesome way to generate revenue for your business. They are also not a get-rich-quick scheme. You've got to put the steps together and the layers, and you've got to put in the work. It's not going to be an overnight success. And I want to read something that Ivy, my tech manager, wrote to me. This is more like a marathon. It's not some gimmicky way to ditch your 9-to-5. It's about living your dream life by helping the people you want to help most with the knowledge that you have inside of you. It's a longer haul, and you're going to have days when it feels hard because it's harder than just clocking into work and putting in the hours and coming home. Your online course becomes your baby, and then ultimately your business, and you have to nurture and take care of it. And then I love what she says about this. You've got to plant your seed and nurture it and care for it, and eventually you'll see your full-grown tree with fruit. So I love this metaphor because it's true. You need to nurture your potential students and know the steps of what that looks like. I'll link to a 3-part content plan where I talk about how to come up with the content that really nurtures your people. Third aha, there's more than enough room for everyone. There's enough room at the table for all right? Because that's another thing that happens. People say, well, she's already doing this. She's already totally taken over my market. Well, it's just not true. There's no such thing as somebody just totally taking over your market. There's room for everyone. And this is where your unique selling proposition and your secret sauce comes in. It's important to know what you bring to the table versus everyone else. So whenever you're feeling like, oh, this has already been done or this is saturated, think about what you bring that's so special. Because I know there's something special there. You wouldn't be listening right now if it wasn't true. It's great if there's competition. That means there's people waiting to spend money on what you have to offer. You guys know this. I don't want you to be afraid of competition. I want you to embrace it. Collaborate with the competition and see how you can use some of their audiences. Aha number 4 piggybacks on what I was just talking about. Let's do course creation your way. Course creation is not one size fits all. I talk about this all the time on this podcast. You guys know this. That's one of my unique selling propositions, is to teach you how to figure out the way that works for you. With a 6-week course accelerator, I help you play detective and figure out what your unique course is going to look like. What's your unique way to sell it? Don't be afraid to innovate and blaze your own path based on some of the principles that you've been listening to as part of this podcast. Okay, make it your own. Aha number 5, nothing about this process is perfect. We talk about done is better than perfect all the time. If you're waiting for perfect, you'll never launch. So many of you are overachievers that are listening right now, and you've got to figure out a way to take messy action. I invite you to try one little thing that's a little messy. One thing. Maybe your lead magnet isn't perfect, or you put out a podcast or a piece of content that you know is not A++. I've done that, been there, done that. And you got to ship, as marketer Seth Godin says. You've got to put it out there. Start with one piece of content you know is maybe a little off, but adds value, and see what happens. You're going to realize that people don't care. They love the added value, and they just ignore the rest. Nothing about this process or what you're putting together in terms of your course creation or your marketing is perfect. So test out that one small thing if you have some trouble with perfectionism, and then move on with some messy action. My 6th point is embracing the failure. It's so tough, right? Easier said than done, Gina. I've learned to really embrace the failure because it means I took a risk on something. It means I tried, and I'd rather try and screw up than have never put myself out there. So with course creation, especially building your business, you've got to put things out there that are simply not going to work. I talk to students all the time who say, I started with this workshop, then I realized they wanted it in this format, or they didn't want this kind of course, they wanted coaching instead. But you don't know that until you put your course out there, until you make your offer. So I want you to go for it, embrace those failures, pick yourself back up, and figure out what was great. What can you build on? What can you build on, and how are you going to move forward? And by the way, this is where episode 99 is a great episode for you. Those 2 low-risk ways to put your course out there. I want you listening to that because I think that might be the inspiration you need to actually propel you forward and not be so afraid of taking the risk. The 7th aha is getting comfy with selling. Now, I had one of my mentors on, Vic Gibson, who laughed when I called her my selling coach because she's a really great marketer. But I learned how to sell from Vic, and I learned to get comfortable with it because I knew I wasn't going to have a business unless I got comfortable with selling. So I want you to practice on your kids, on your spouse, on your friends, persuading them to do something they maybe didn't really want to do initially. Make an argument. So I'll do this with Tristan, our 8-year-old son. If he wants something, I said, okay, make an argument. What are the benefits of me giving you that extra cookie or buying you that book or that video game? I'm shaping him into a little marketer, but I'm also teaching him, hopefully, how to influence and persuade and be comfortable asking for something he wants and having the argument behind it. Because that's what selling is. And getting comfortable with sharing those benefit bullets, in my opinion, is very important. The best course creators I know are great about selling, or at least comfortable enough that they can put themselves out there. All right, number 8. We're in the home stretch here, guys. Build a team as soon as you can. We've done episodes on this, and I'll link to our no-fail hiring process because I know the value of having a team. I wouldn't be here without my team. We wouldn't be able to run this business without them. Start small, like we talk about in that episode. It doesn't take a lot to get started, but I'm telling you, it will be a game changer for you and your course. Okay, number 9, get a mentor, a coach, a community. All right, that could be 3 in 1, but bear with me. Someone who can cheer you on, who helps you make the tough decisions, gives you the pep talks when you're feeling low, sets you on the right path. Because let's be honest, entrepreneurship can be a tough road. But if you have people who believe in you and are cheering you on, it's all worth it. That's why I have my coach, Patty. I had Patty on the podcast a couple of episodes ago. Listen to that episode because she stirs me to take action every day. She inspires me. Patty puts me on the right track, and I need that. I need to remember why I'm doing this, and Patty helps me, so I want someone to help you, to keep you on track, to keep reminding you of why you're here and why you're listening to this podcast right now and getting your course going. All right, number 10, final aha. Yes, you are the expert, and yes, you belong here. You are ready for this. For all the people who said, maybe you're not really ready for this, use it as fuel because they're wrong. You are put here to serve your audience and serve your students. Don't let anyone ever take that away from you. I give you permission. Okay, let's recap these ahas real quick. 1, yes, courses still work. Get them out there. 2, this is not an overnight thing. This is not a get rich quick. You're going to nurture your folks. You're going to build momentum. 3, there's enough room for everyone at the table. 4, you're going to do it your way and blaze your own path. 5, nothing about this is perfect. We're in for messy action, meaningful messy action. 6, embrace the failures. It means you're taking risks. 7, get comfortable with selling and promoting yourself. 8, build a team as soon as you can. Start with 1. 9, get a mentor or a coach or community to support you. And then 10, don't listen to the naysayers. You are the expert. You were made for this. Go get your course out there. Hopefully you enjoyed and this inspired you to take action. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit about launching and how to break it down into 3 easy pieces and in a way that you can really take action on without all the overwhelm. I will see you then. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss one episode. And then if you would leave me a review in honor of our 100th episode and talk about how this podcast has changed your perspective about courses or maybe brought you some results, I would love it. Until next week, go create, be you and be brilliant, and get it done.